Hey everybody, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, back in the studio today, and today I wanted to share with you the opposite of my last video. Today I want to share with you 6 reasons not to own a mixing console or have one in your studio. Number 1, size. To have a mixing console, especially one of the older analog ones that are so cool that, that's probably what you want. If you want a mixing console in your studio, you dream of these big, large format consoles, but do you have the space for it?
Honey, I don't think that's gonna fit.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Well, how big is it?
It's only about 7 feet wide. We can knock this wall out here, and if we can add on to the house. Number 2, weight. Big consoles and even medium-sized consoles have a tendency to weigh a lot, and your friends will get sick of you asking for their help to move it, especially if you're one of those people that moves all the time. Well, I guess I gotta carry this with me down to the... Wait a second. Lift with your back. Come on. Hey buddy, you think you can come help me move this console this weekend? With your truck? Bring your truck over and help me move this console? You think you can help me do that this weekend? Man, I wish I could help you, but my daughter's got that pony tournament. Yeah, that's with the AAA. Number 3, maintenance. A mixing console is going to require some maintenance. And analog consoles especially, you're going to have dirty XLR jacks, 1/4-inch jacks, dirty buttons and switches and faders, and things that don't work right. And they do require some maintenance and some upkeep. Yeah, this is Grady at Twin Creek Audio. I was calling to check on my console I had in there for repair. Your console's doing all right. It needs a few things. It needs good cleaning. We need to take all the channels apart and reseat all those ribbon cables, and it needs a new flux capacitor. New flux capacitor? What? Number 4, a lot of big analog consoles especially consume a lot of electricity, and they put off a lot of heat. So those two together combined are number 4, heat and power consumption. It's kind of cold in here. Oh yeah. Warm. So warm. Number 5, if you're using a mixing console, especially an analog mixing console, or in particular in this case, recalling a mix for a client that wants a small thing changed is a lot more difficult to do unless you've taken pictures and notes on exactly where all of your controls and settings were on your console when you made the mix for that client. It can be a real hassle to go back and try to recreate that, and it may be really difficult to get back to the same spot. Hey, this is Grady at Twin Creek Audio. Can I help you? Yeah, man, we really like the mixes, but the guitar player wanted to know if you could turn his guitar up at the beginning of the end part of the verse. Only the last 4th measure from the end, and only the 2nd beat of that measure and the measure before it though. Other than that, it's great, except he thought maybe it needed a little more low end also. There are some good ways around that though. So, it may not be a reason to put you off on a mixing console, because you can do things like make a vocal up mix, or, even a mix with each of the band members part a little bit louder in case they come back, hey, I want more guitar. Well, you've already made a mix like that, because it's easy enough to make a set of, 4 or 5 mixes with individual instruments a little bit louder in the mix. Or you can just tell them that you moved it up, But that's not very professional. Don't do that. Number 6, in the reasons not to have a mixing console. This one is particular to analog consoles, because any kind of an analog console is going to add some noise and some saturation. It's not going to be linear. So if you're one of those kind of people that likes digital because it gives you exactly what you put in when it comes back out, then a mixing console or an analog mixing console in particular may not be the best choice for you. So that's 6 reasons why you shouldn't have a mixing console in your studio or recording space. Now, I prefer to have a mixing console, and honestly, all of those 6 reasons, there are workarounds and ways around some of those issues. If you've got generous friends, they probably won't mind helping you move the console, especially if they get to come to your studio and use the thing at some point. So don't let this video keep you from owning a console if you want one, because ultimately that's the main thing. If you want a console in your studio and you like that workflow and you can work better that way, then by all means get one. But if you're the kind of person that wants to go outside and record in nature or something like that,
this doesn't seem like the best weather to record outside in today. So I think I'll just go back inside where I have a mixing console.
or if you have a limited amount of space, you might do better with a laptop and a small interface and a couple of microphones. It's all dependent on your needs and your desires. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an excellent day, night, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond, whatever it is you're having. Have a good one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. Thanks for watching.